So something that's been coming up a lot for me this week is integration of protective parts. I feel that I'm at a layer in my inner healing journey of really understanding at a deeper level or layer what integration means. And it's really synonymous with processing, of resolving traumas in the body. And so what integration looks like for me is being able to notice in real time a protective part, as it is being triggered. And for example, the inner critic. The inner critic is a very common, very relatable protective part. The inner critic is a part of us that judges, criticizes, and maybe even has a dose of perfectionism in there somewhere. Our expression and just our overall self in attempt to keep us safe from judgment, criticism, and rejection from others. And this is a survival adaptation that happens early on. It could be in response to the way your caregivers may have criticized or judged or shamed you. It could be in response to the way your classmates judged or criticized or shamed you, or a combination of both. Whatever it is, that part becomes hyper-vigilant to judgment and criticism, and it plays this very extreme role of sort of criticizing everything that we do, say, think, and feel. This is good, this is bad. If you're experiencing this, then that means you're doing something wrong, and it creates a lot of inner turmoil and tension in the body. So integration for me looks like being consistent in my practices, somatic practices and somatic tools on a day-to-day, so that I can remain present enough to witness these internal happenings as they are happening in real time. So today that looked like, for me, noticing my inner critic come up, very subtly and very quiet, but it is that way when you get to the deeper layers. I've worked with my inner critic for a long time, and so at this point it's pretty quiet, it's pretty subtle, and in that subtlety it can be easy to miss. It can be easy for me to miss and have a lack of awareness in a moment when it is present and creating tension in my body and creating a experience where I have this inner critic part in the driver's seat dictating my choices. It takes away from my agency to choose what I want to do, because this fear and this core belief is driving my actions. So when I can pause in those moments, because of all the work that I do on a consistent daily basis to remain present to my internal experience, when I can notice and hold a sense of curiosity and compassion as I notice the thoughts, the feelings, the sensations that are paired with my inner critic being present, when I can remain in that awareness and resource my nervous system through the discomfort of those thoughts, I notice a dissolving, an unraveling, a integration. That is another layer of my inner critic being integrated into my being today, this current version of me. And in that space that I create to give this part of me compassion and remain curious as to what past experiences and pains and traumas are driving this triggered response or protective part presently. And as I sit and I allow those past experiences to come to the surface, and I hold that compassion for that part of me, that really young, scared part of me, more ease washes over my body. More integration happens. I'm processing the sadness that comes with having the awareness and acknowledging what my younger self experienced and how sad it is for me today to still be stuck in that experience to an extent because it's went unprocessed for so long. So that's just a little bit about parts work, what it looks like to practice parts work, to have a daily moment by moment parts work practice with yourself, and what it means to integrate protective parts of ourselves. We're not getting rid of them. We are creating more internal harmony by acknowledging these parts and remaining with them as our bodies and our parts process a bit more of the past pain that brought them online to begin with. So that is really all that I have to say. I think integration is huge. If we don't learn how to integrate our protective parts and patterns and past pains, then we will continue to remain stuck in a lot of ways. We'll continue to remain dysregulated and kind of ruled by the nervous system and these protective parts. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or you feel called to explore this type of work one-on-one, it's very individualized. I offer that support. I am a registered nurse and a somatic healing practitioner, and feel free to message me, DM me, email me anytime.